let's go ahead and jump right into M3GAN, which M3GAN, our trailer reaction from last year is probably the best of the year. Shout out to Lindsay who requested that I look up that trailer and watch it, and I was laughing hysterically. I lost my shit when she started dancing, and then I had to send it to her. She did her reaction. You guys can look it up on YouTube. It's like one of the best. It's my personal favorite trailer reaction video of last year. So we thought this was going to be complete, utter shite. Like, not even good, bad, but bad.
Yeah.
That's what we thought.
Yeah.
So Alex had a chance to catch up. Did you?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
I actually just saw it today.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So we'll start with you, brother. What did you think of M3GAN? Which version did you watch? Not that it really matters that much, but did you watch the unrated or theatrical?
If I saw the unrated version, then I can't imagine what the rated version was.
Right.
I have a feeling I know what it was, and it was from what we saw, it could only have been like a couple of seconds.
Did you see the kid's ear get ripped off or ripped?
I saw it ripping.
Okay.
I don't know if I saw like the actual separation.
You probably saw the uncut one. When she slashed the guy's throat and you saw a little bit of blood sputter out like that in the elevator. Did that happen?
I didn't see blood coming out of the neck. No.
Okay, it's probably theatrical then.
Okay,
but it's just a little sputter. It's not that big of a difference. So, but yeah, go ahead, man. What do you think of M3GAN? Honest thoughts, good and bad.
Okay, I'll start with the good.
All right.
Let's find some good. I like the way she moves.
Yeah.
But that comes with a bit of a caveat. Okay, so there's one particular scene that I'm going to exclude from this statement.
Okay.
For the most part,
this is spoiler talk. It's all spoilers.
I know, but I'm building up to it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
For the most part, I liked the way she moved. I thought that whoever the performer was did a good job because, oh God, with the exception of one scene, I was like, oh, this is different, because typically it's always a puppet or CG or whatever, but it's like, it's a performer and it was genuinely creepy at times.
Yeah.
Then there's that one scene.
That was the scene that made us lose our shit in the trailer reaction.
Okay, so here's the thing. I never saw the trailer.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. Okay.
So I went into this movie completely blind. Maybe not completely blind because I knew what the doll looked like.
Yeah. Okay.
When that happened, I mean, I had like my assumptions about where they were going with the film tonally up until that point, and then that moment just shattered my mind. I still don't know why that is in there.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not even trying to be funny.
No.
If you put a gun to my head and told me like, what were the execs thinking? What were the filmmakers thinking? You have to blow my brains out because I
think the problem with that scene, it's the scene everybody remembers. It's the scene that makes the movie popular. I think the problem with shout out to 41 Badasses watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I think the problem with that scene is you can just assume at this point she's kind of self-aware malfunctioning, and she just malfunctions. Earlier, she's dancing with the daughter. They're doing some bootleg TikTok stuff. But I think in that scene before she lost her shit and started doing all the dancing and stuff, I think the director should have made it a little bit more clearer. Okay, she's literally malfunctioning. Like, make it more clear. Like, she's, I don't think they did that. She just decided to do that, which makes it bonkers, which we should love. I guess we're kind of mixed on it. Like, we like it because it's bonkers, but then we're kind of iffy on it because it just happens. But that's not really our problem with the movie, believe it or not. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you for that. You actually eased my mind because I've been thinking about.
I'm just assuming. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna.
It wasn't like, ha, this is so bad. It's funny. It was like, why? Why is this happening?
Right.
Okay, so I'm talking about good things, right?
Yes.
I mean, I appreciated that the film did have a point. Execution aside, there is a story. They're touching on things like dependency on technology, obviously, and dealing with trauma. There's a real story being told, and there's real arcs. And even though I see it all coming, it's still, it's not a pointless movie.
Right.
So
right,
there's
right,
that.
Right.
I'm
There's a-
sorry.
There's a
that's it.
message.
I
Okay.
think that's it.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I thought there were more good things about it.
Yeah. You
All right.
you got the message. You like the performance of the girl.
Oh,
And they did a good job of mixing a little bit of the CG and practical, a little bit in parts, but it mostly was the girl performer that did everything. They just CG'd the face.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know we've seen this story before. In the words
Mhm.
of in the words of my brother, the master of remaster, Frank Jang, shout out to him. If people don't make dumb decisions, we won't have a movie. That's what he said. So it's like, you know, we just talked about Chappie not too long ago, and it was just like, when has it ever gone right?
Mhm.
When humans create a robot and try to give the robot freedom of thought, it's always gone wrong majority of the time. You know what I mean? You get cute little movies here and there, like Short Circuit, but it's always gone wrong. But you mentioned something when you were watching this. You said that you know you understand the story. You kind of like the message of it. But you mentioned that this was like Ultron done right. You said that, unless I heard that wrong.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
In terms of
Because she wasn't like quipping the whole time.
No, it was because Ultron in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
He literally had like this briefest of moments in his development between coming online and then suddenly, oh, humanity's evil, they need to be wiped out. And in this movie, they actually showed her kind of like developing and learning, and you actually kind of had more time with her.
Yeah.
Learning and becoming more sentient.
Gotcha.
Whereas Ultron, he was just like blip, oh, it's on the cutting room floor. It's out there somewhere, but Disney will never let us see it.
Yeah.
And
he became sentient in like 5 seconds.
And everybody needs to die. Whereas M3GAN, you at least got you got the understanding of why she is the way she is and why she eventually goes crazy and goes off of her programming and just goes and does what she does, which is like, well, if you're gonna do it, at least show it. It's better than just, oh, I'm evil all of a sudden, you know.
Right.
So I appreciated that they were kind
took
of
its time in the storytelling part of that aspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the AI perspective.
Yeah, I get you.
I wanted Ultron to be more, you know, it developed.
Yeah.
Which we never got, but
it's all right because we just have them quipping. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, when me and Alex are gonna go with the malfunctioning self-aware. That's what's happening here.
Yes.
After that happens, you know, it was nice to see somebody get impaled. It was nice to see a neck get slit.
Well, you saw it.
Yeah, some blood spurting out of there. What I enjoyed about the film was I was kind of surprised. The finale was pretty meaty. We actually had a pretty meaty little action sequence at the end. And another thing I enjoyed was by the end of this, M3GAN was basically Chucky. She was full Chucky by the end. She was like talking to the mom. She's like, "Don't move your fucking head or I'll rip your head off." I was like, you know, like, oh shit. I was like, you know, she even called the little girl, "You ungrateful little bitch." Like I was like, all right, M3GAN, you're winning me over here. Did you hear any of that in your version?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. So I was enjoying that. We had a nice little meaty, you know, Child's Play 2 Terminator-esque finale. Obviously not as good as those, but you know, it was nice. You know, remember, we went into this with bad expectations, like Alex. We went into this like, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. My other brother from Canada. But yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know. I don't hate M3GAN. I actually got some enjoyment out of it, but is it as great as everybody's saying it is? Like, I mean, it's a huge success. Like people love this movie, dude. Like there's already a sequel planned. Our problem with it, everything else of the film was fine. The storytelling was simplistic. You could follow it. You could understand it. The problem is, you know how we are here on this channel, guys, and Alex too. We need the fucking carnage.
Exactly.
We need the carnage. And I hate to say this, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but Child's Play remake that everybody hates still had better kills than M3GAN. Okay. And you know, I'm hoping, this is what Samurai Guy is hoping. I'm really hoping that the sequel, hey, let's go. Let's increase the gore, let's increase the killing, let's do this here. Because there were so many opportunities. Like, why was she so selective in killing? Like when she kills the comedian guy and the guy that was, you know, trying to betray the company in the elevator, she walks out in the building and everybody else, there's like hundreds of people there. Why is she not killing them? She just gets in the car and drives off. She's it's very selective killing. And so I want some more kills. Like, you know, killing the lady because her dog was fucking around. Sure. Makes sense. That makes sense. But you gotta, when you bring us there to the finale, you gotta deliver. And I know it was released in theaters PG-13. That's why we refused to see it. But we waited for the unrated version, and it's fine.
It's not worthy of the title.
No, it's not worthy of the title.
It's literally a kid getting their ear ripped off, like completely off. Which my sensibilities, and the elevator kill.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like this is not an unrated horror film. This is, for lack of a better word, this is child's play. Yeah. Not the movie.
Yeah.
This is literal child's play. It's like. Yeah. You got, especially coming off the heels of Terrifier 2. It's like, this is nothing.
Well,
I'm comparing. I know. I'm just saying, when you come off a movie like that, and you say, "Oh, the unrated version," I'm like,
yeah, I thought, you know, I did hear that, you know, people were hoping that, well, people were like, well, maybe the unrated version we see her kill the dog. You know, they didn't show any of that. You know, they just showed her kill the owner.
But you don't want to. No one wants to see an unrated version of a dog kill. We want to see human dismemberment. God damn it!
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
I know. But yeah, that's really our problem with it. Everything else is perfectly fine. It was not, you know, to us, Alex. I don't know, but it wasn't the trash. It wasn't the History of the World Part 2 that we were expecting it to be. And we had some entertainment out of it. Anything else, Alex, before we rate this sumbitch?
No, I pretty much feel the same about, like, it wasn't a terrible movie. Like, I was never bored.
Right.
It didn't have a lot of fat to trim. It moved fairly well. And again, there's a real story. And I actually forgot to mention, I do like the lead, I forget her name.
Yeah.
Allison Williams.
The actress from Get Out.
Yeah. I mean, she has much better material to work with in Get Out because she was phenomenal in Get Out. But here I still, you know, very believable. And and I even enjoyed her character. I was expecting a real slasher.
Yeah.
And it was like it was kind of like a kid's movie. It's funny because, and maybe this is bad, my mind started to wander while watching the movie. I started thinking, maybe, you know, I want to be fair. I'm sure there's a generation of kids who are going to watch this movie, and then later,
we're right here. Here, this answers your question right here. M3GAN is the definition of a movie made for my generation, the TikTok generation. So there you go.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. It's made for the kids.
And I'm thinking,
so our expectations for any satisfying, entertaining gore or kill sequences, we're not going to. After reading this, we're really not going to expect that in the sequel now.
Yeah.
So Gail, thank you, Gail, for that, for setting us straight. So our expectations are like below zero now. We're not going to expect anything cool in the sequel. All right, go ahead, Alex.
But yeah, I mean, it said it right there. I think years from now, they'll be nostalgic about this movie the way we are about movies from our childhoods, and maybe they'll look at it and be like, what was I thinking? Or maybe they'll be like, it still holds up, and there's moments that are iconic to them. Obviously, we know one of them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool because I feel like it is very accessible to younger generations because it's so vanilla to me.
Right.
It's brutal in very small doses, but I felt like I was watching a very long episode of Goosebumps.
Right.
Really.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I did have one specific issue or kind of issue I had with it, which is I could never figure out where the limits of her abilities ended because she was controlling, like when the alarms are going off, she walked by and then she turned the alarms off, and I'm like, TX from Terminator 3
in the house too. In the house,
yeah.
We got sexy sumo. Turbo Kid had better kills than me. Well, Turbo Kid is not for the TikTok generation, Sumo. So, but yes, I agree with you, my friend. But yeah, I mean, I want to see a little bit more. Again, with the selective killing, the two scientist helpers from the main lead, why didn't they die? They should have been dead. Oh, I forgot. Okay. All right. But you know what? Despite our issues with it, I did enjoy it for what it is. I was expecting trash. But let's go ahead and rate this. So remember, Alex, we switched up our rating system here on the channel. Instead of numbers, we do letters now. So C, and you can do a plus or minus if you want. So C is average. So Alex, what are you giving M3GAN?
I'm going to give it a C minus. That sounds mean.
No. Be honest. We're here for honesty.
But at the very least, I was hoping for some gory kills, and I didn't get that. And because of that, it lost a point. Okay.
All right. Boom. What are you giving it?
Was it C's average?
C is average.
Then it would get a C.
All right. She's giving it a C.
It's a perfectly fine.
Okay.
Like, especially coming off of the trailer where I was expecting like gutter trash.
Yeah.
And I didn't get gutter trash.
Right.
I got a perfectly fine story.
Yeah.
Which I could have stood, aside from the kills being very safe and tame.
Yeah.
I could have stood a little more, like, if you're going to have a dancing murderous doll, have her dance like for the rest of the movie. Have her go stupid, dumb shit.
How amazing!
The movie. Like,
how amazing would that have been?
Run with it
when she goes into the lobby. She's still dancing while cutting heads off.
I'm just saying,
it would have been the greatest movie ever made.
If you're gonna go that close to the edge, you might as well jump off. Just keep going with it. Like, just go all the way. Don't don't go off to the edge and go back to the middle of the road. Just go all the way with it. So it's perfectly fine. It's
okay,
fine.
All right. So a C minus from Alex. A C from you. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna be honest. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was gonna be trash. So I'm gonna give it a B minus. I'm gonna give it a B minus. There you go, guys. I think that's fair for the Samurai Guy. Awesome, amazing kills or action set pieces with the doll. I would have raised it. up. But yeah, there you go.